Our house in East Orange was struck by lightning, burned to the ground. After I had my first child, I felt even more trapped than I already did, because now this was a life that I brought into the world and I had to care for, I had to protect, and who I loved. Oh my gosh, I adored as soon as I saw her, I fell in love, and I knew what love felt like after I gave birth to her. But my father continued to weaponize that. At some point, he would not allow me to breastfeed her. He took her away from me, gave her to my mom. And this type of mental abuse continued out throughout my life with him. Our house in East Orange, just before it was fully renovated, was struck by lightning, burned to the ground. Don't ask me why my father did not see that as a sign of what he was doing being wrong. We moved in with his best friend, who was an East Orange police officer. My father continued to rape and abuse me and my sisters while living with this police officer. My thinking was that, well, this is his best friend. We weren't allowed to speak to him directly if my father was not around. So the idea of even trying to talk to him, I considered it, yes, but it would cause me to experience more abuse at the hands of my father. And it was while living there, during moments of stress, my father became more violent. There was one point that he tied me to a steel pole in this house and whipped me with an orange extension cord. And I believe that a lot of this was because his own sense of self-worth, because we were homeless. We lost everything. And he had started his video directing career, and all of the equipment that he had invested in was lost in the fire. So here he was, no income. That just added to his misdirection of his frustration and negative energy, and he took it out on his family. Eventually, it spilled over into his relationship with his friend, and he ended up having to ask one of his business partners to move us down in South Jersey, where we stayed for about 3 years. The abuse continued. I had 2 more children who he delivered all of them as well. And then this was definitely God intervening. This was definitely the ancestors getting involved. One day while my father was away for a business trip, my son, who ended up being malnourished, woke up with seizures.